Like you were like, talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing through this, you were like...
After a stunning knockout victory over Lamont Roach, WBA lightweight champion Gervonta "Tank" Davis has announced his retirement. While he had previously promised to reveal his next opponent following his win over Roach, Davis shocked the boxing world by deciding to retire. As a result, Davis will relinquish his WBA title, paving the way for a new champion to be crowned in the lightweight division. The two fighters, Davis, 30, and Roach Jr., 29, faced off on March 1st, where Davis successfully defended his WBA title for the second time.
For the sport?
In an interview with Fight Hub TV, Gervonta "Tank" Davis shared that fans expected him to carry the momentum from his June win over Frank Martin into his future fights. However, instead of continuing on that path, Davis gave fans an ultimatum, declaring that he is on his last run in boxing, which will end in 2025. "After next year, I'm out of the sport," he stated. At just 30 years old, many have questioned why Tank is eager to retire. What about his fans and the desire to keep putting on a show for them? It seems that Davis is growing tired of the sport, as he openly expressed his feelings about stepping away from boxing in the interview.
A homecoming fight, Tank Baltimore. How about a homecoming fight?
You lost the love?
The 30-0 record holder admitted that he had lost interest in boxing and had grown weary of the sport. He openly declared, "It's trash, this sport is garbage, I'm fed up with the whole thing." These comments are likely to upset many fans, particularly those who have pushed for him to take on tougher opponents and face the best in the division. However, Davis found comfort in making strategic decisions, earning money, and doing what he enjoys most, knocking out his opponents. The question remains, how will fans remember the Baltimore native, and how will they judge his legacy? Davis addressed this question during a conversation with Fight Hype. When asked if he considered himself among the greatest, the WBA champion responded, "I don't even care about that, bro. I don't even care about that. Where I'm from, I'll forever be the greatest. I'll be a forever G to myself." While fans may only have a year left to witness Davis's explosive boxing and signature backflips in the ring, this doesn't necessarily mean his fight with Roach Jr. will be his last.
You said you know your next fights. Can we know who they are?
Probably the Ryan. Hopefully.
He could still fit in a few more fights in 2025, before officially retiring from his professional career. What's more, the lightweight champion is still under a multi-fight contract with PBC, which covers 6 or 7 bouts, and reportedly includes a clause to face Shakur Stevenson. What will happen to his contractual obligations now is unclear. It remains to be seen how the situation will unfold, and whether Davis is determined to stick to his retirement plan.
What has Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He hasn't done nothing. The young one is looking...
Davis will return to action at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn this March, where he will defend his WBA lightweight title against current super featherweight champion Lamont Roach. During the launch press conference, Tank revealed that he plans to retire from the sport by the end of 2025 and has named 3 fighters he intends to face before hanging up his gloves. The first of those will be against Roach in March. And in an interview with Fight Hub TV, he shared that his other 2 opponents would likely include Ryan Garcia as his first pick.
Better than him. The Keyshawn. Keyshawn look way more better than this. I keep screaming that he haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done...
Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia first faced off in April 2023, with Tank dropping Garcia twice on his way to a 7th-round knockout victory, handing King Rai his first professional loss. Garcia is currently serving a 1-year suspension after failing a drug test ahead of his fight with Devin Haney, but he will be eligible to return to the ring in April 2025, potentially setting the stage for a summer showdown with Davis. Tank also revealed that he would like to take on Teofimo Lopez before possibly retiring, saying, "Yeah, I do want to fight Teo. I'll slap the hell out of him when I see him."
What do you say to those who might be afraid? So what do you say to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of you?
Afraid of what?
Teofimo Lopez is the current WBO super lightweight champion, having claimed the title from Josh Taylor in June 2023 and successfully defending it twice since. A fight between Gervonta Davis and Lopez has been a topic of discussion among boxing fans for years. One man who has shared the ring with both fighters has now offered his prediction on how a clash between the two would unfold. As for Davis's upcoming fight against Lamont Roach, the champion has prepared fans for what to expect. During a lively press conference, Tank Davis officially announced his March 1st showdown with Roach. The press event concluded just moments ago, and there has been much discussion around Davis's choice of opponent. When Roach took his turn at the podium, he shared his thoughts with the public.
How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want to bet? How much you want to bet? Just call it out. Huh? 100? That's a bet.
"I'm excited to be a part of this, and come March 1st, it's going to be a great event," Roach said. "Right now, I'm not really focused on the build-up or getting into it, but come fight night, it's going to be a great show. Same results. Let's just wait and see. We've got 3 months to get ready, so it's going to be a good one. This is a hell of an opportunity, and we're going to take full advantage of it." Roach continued, "Everybody knows what I'm here to do. If you don't, then you're in for a surprise. I know Tank won't be surprised, though. I think he took this fight for the critics and all the talk surrounding it. He wants to prove his skills against a real fighter, a dog. So I'm going to show everyone what happens when two dogs get in the ring together, and of course I'll be the one walking out victorious." Tank then had his chance to speak and share his side of the story.
Fight against Lamont Roach. I know there were reports of a potential fight with Lomachenko. Obviously that fell through. What made Lamont Roach the next logical choice for you in your next fight?
He has skills. Even though he's at a smaller weight class, I feel as though Lamont has, and he's that's one of the guys that.
At that point, both fighters sat down for a more in-depth discussion about the fight and everything surrounding it. Here are a few excerpts from the conversation. Tank: on why a fight with Lomachenko didn't materialize and why Roach was the next logical choice. He has skills even though he's from a smaller weight class. I feel like Lamont has what it takes. He's actually one of the guys I came up with in the sport of boxing, and he's still doing well. A lot of the people who started with us aren't really in the picture anymore, so people might not really know him. But he definitely has the skills, and he's definitely a top opponent.
I actually started with, came up with in the sport of boxing. Actually, still doing well. Everybody that's started with us.
Roach on how his style will differ from what Tank has faced before. Skill-wise, I bring a lot to the table. I can adapt and fight in different styles. I'm tough, gritty, smart, and witty. Whatever I need to pull out of my bag of tricks, I will. The others either had one trick or just didn't have enough. Gervonta "Tank" Davis knows how to surprise the fans, whether it's through his knockout power in the ring or his bold comments outside of it. The American fighter, famous for his knack for knockouts, seems to be growing tired of doing it all. Instead of continuing to solidify his resume and legacy as one of the greatest, it appears he may be looking for an early exit. Fans have seen very little of him in recent years, so they expected him to be more active after putting his legal troubles behind him. He fought Frank Martin in June, but despite promises and rumors, his return was delayed once again. Now, it seems he may be considering making his absence permanent. During the first official press conference for Davis versus Roach, Tank lifted the veil on the expectations fans should have of him.
Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously...
When asked about his schedule for 2025, Davis quickly hinted at retiring, saying, "After next year, I'm out of it. Out of the sport." This announcement didn't sit well with fans, who have grown accustomed to him stepping into the ring occasionally. They didn't hesitate to voice their disappointment and frustration, flooding the comments section. with their thoughts. One fan attempted to make sense of Davis's comments, especially since he had recently signed a new fight deal, asking, "Thought he had a signed deal?"
Where's the Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be getting love for it, though? You never know. Until you guys talk today.
Davis's lack of a burning desire to prioritize both fans and the sweet science has often held him back with certain sections of the fan base, and this sentiment seems to have only grown stronger now. However, some found logic in his decision, with one fan commenting, "Health is wealth." They pointed out that Davis's fighting style may not allow for a long career. With Davis's retirement plans appearing more certain, the clock is ticking on. The long-discussed fight against WBC lightweight champion Shakur Stevenson. If he wants to retire with the career he's had, then go ahead and do whatever you have to do, Stevenson told Fight Hub TV during the Ring Awards ceremony in London in January.
I mean, if you want to retire with the career that he got, then go ahead and do whatever you got to do. So I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on him.
You still think that fight's possible? I know he might have a break.
I disagree with it. I think it's soft, but that's on him, Stevenson said. I'm not going to lie. I'm not into chasing people around. If he's willing to fight, I'm ready to fight. I think it should happen, but I can't. Sit there and chase you around, then have him make it seem like I need him. I don't need him. Many believe that Gervonta Davis will eventually return to the sport, as he's hinted in some interviews. However, his most loyal fans are prepared for his departure, as he warned them about it over 2 months ago. The lightweight division will be hoping for another power puncher to rise after Davis, one who will give the fans the kind of fights and performances they crave. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, moments, events, and action in the world of boxing, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss our quality content. Until next time, peace out.